Alright, let's get some music going. Alright. Alright, hopefully, yes, Botrix has joined the stream, so we are streaming. Let's get some music going. Let's start with Too High to Die. Alright. Let's get YouTube, let's get Minecraft going. Doing some Aetherial Airships today. Exploring the world. Hello there, Jellymone, welcome. Or Jillimy? I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. So that was Too High to Die, and now we're listening to Captain Fred of the Tech Ads. And we will have a listen to Mud Puddle shortly. Be right back, no worries. Just getting my game running anyway, so a few minutes. I'll be here. Alrighty. Let's get some self-promo going as well. Alrighty. Alright, welcome back. I'm just grabbing some breakfast myself. In Australia here, it's nearly 8:30 in the morning. I've started a little bit later than usual. Just getting my world happening. Apologies if you can hear chewing or drinking. I'm just having some breakfast, as I said. 5:30 p.m. No worries. Whereabouts in the world are you? What country are you in? I'm guessing somewhere in the United States. Alrighty, we've got our world. Let's see if we've got our. No, we don't have our projection, so we get our projection happening. We'll get into some gameplay in a minute. I'm just setting everything up. You're in Canada. A syrup chugger. Okay. Hopefully my stream will return. It seems to have disconnected temporarily. Okay, looks like my stream's reconnected. Hopefully it's not going to keep disconnecting today. Yes, there is a download for the mod pack, although it's a slightly earlier version. I will get the version that I'm playing today uploaded soon. There are a few bugs with it still. Some of the mods are still in early development. So hopefully you're back. Yep, I'm back. You're back. Excellent. All right. So let's just double check the music I had queued up for stream starting. Alright, so Mud Puddle was basically it, this track that we're on at the moment. So we'll get into the gameplay. And we'll just hit stop on the music. Alright. Okay, so something that looks a little bit like the screenshot, the thumbnail. There we go. So we've got an airship, well, a ghost of an airship that we're going to build. We've got a windmill, and we've got some floating islands. So this is what we're going to be looking at today, and seeing if we can get an airship so we can go exploring the islands a bit more. May not be the exact airship we see there, but it was nice for a thumbnail to use the one that's in the game, in the guidebook. So there is a mod pack on linked in the description. It's called Aetherial Airships, and it's for Minecraft Fabric, and you'll find it on Modrinth. So let me just do a quick bit of soft promo on a couple of different Discords, and see if we can get some things happening, get a few more people watching. But got a couple of people watching already, which is good. Okay. There's our YouTube link. Copy that. All right, and let's do a little bit more music. Let's have a fine play in the background. We're not exploring yet, but that's all right. Alrighty. Give me a moment to get the... Has Twitch decided? Yeah, Twitch is still working. That's good. Okay. Is YouTube still working? Let's see. Yep, we're still working. Excellent. Okay. Just do a couple of posts on Discord, and then we'll get into some gameplay. Mindful of the fact that it will become nighttime, and I don't have a bed fairly soon as well. So, it'll become nighttime fairly soon, and I don't have a bed yet. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. Let's do self-promo there. And self-promo on this one. Where are we? There we go. And one last place, and then we'll get into the gameplay. Still here? Excellent. Alright, so the mod pack should get an update soon. I said that a couple of weeks ago, but I've had a hectic couple of weeks, so we're going to try and fix that. Alright. So, we need a bunch of stuff. We need birch, Well, we don't need birch, but we need a bunch of wood and some balloons and a helm and an engine, which you can sort of see outlines of here. So we're going to look at that. The other possibility is we could look at doing a create schematic for another ship. But either way, we're going to need more sugarcane or some wool or something else to make balloons from. And we're going to need some gold so we can make that helm and actually make an airship. So let's see if we've got any gold. We've got some stone. We don't have any gold at the moment, so we've just got into create. And we need smooth stone, so this is to make the schematic table. The create schematic table. So we've got a few mods. We've got create, we've got Valkyrian Skies and Eureka. We've got a pirate mod that adds on to that, and it adds sky pirates. So we could theoretically make water boats as well, and we do have water pirates, but we don't have any large expanses of water to cross. It's all sky islands like this. But it looks like there might be a village over that way, so if we can get an airship together, that'd be a fun place to explore. Alright. We've got a zombie villager here that we put in a boat, just to make sure we had something to do, and slow furnace is slow. Alright. We're just going to turn the music off again for the moment. And we will look at doing a bit more as a zombie around. I heard a zombie falling. There we go. There's a bit of lag. So I'll work on getting some more optimization mods in place, but at the moment there's a little bit of lag, which makes it easier to survive sometimes, but also harder to survive. Alright. It should be better when it's on a server, but all the same, lag is a little worrying. So there might be an airship around that we can't see, which will cause a bit of lag if it's a pirate airship. Okay, so we have sand, we have sandstone, we have granite. Let's put some of this away. Alright, let's put the sand with the other sand. Let's put the stone with the other stones. Sandstone can go... We'll put sandstone and sand in this one. Alright, so we still need some gold. I thought we got gold last time. Maybe we just found a place... Oh no, we got iron, so we can make an iron pickaxe. So we can mine gold, that's right. So we need gold for the helm. We do have some oak, so we'll make a schematic table. So I would like to show off the... let's double check the recipe for the schematic table, make sure we're not... Make sure we're not doing things we don't need to do. We do need slabs, okay. Alright, one schematic table. Now, of course, we need a schematic before we can do anything with it. So wood can go in the barrel. If we're going to follow this outline, we should be using birch, but we don't have a lot of birch. We've got a sapling there. We've got a whole windmill made of birch, but let's look at what we can do. Alright, now we have a tunnel across to the ocean over here. Sounds like there's a spider. Alright, let's see if we can find some gold. There was some gold around. So that is a persistent hologram type thing, which is possibly causing a little bit of a lag. Let's turn that off for the moment. So yeah, this is our little guidebook. So it tells us about the helm and what we need to make it. There's a few different recipes. You can basically use any wood for it. And we also need some balloons. They're essential for an airship to fly. So if we can get some phantom membranes, we can make a lot of balloons. If we can get some leather, we can make a few balloons. And if we get some wool, we can make a few balloons. If we get some paper, we can make even less balloons. But we can still make balloons, which is the main thing. And we can dye them different colours. And then is how to make a copy of the guidebook if you lose it. You get a copy of the guidebook at the beginning of the world, when you first create a world. And then we've got an engine, which will speed the ship up. We've got anchors and floaters, which are more for your nautical ships. We've got some basic ship examples. And then we've got a thing called a ship in a bottle, which requires a heart of the sea. It allows you to put put ships into big bottles and take them with you where it might be harder to do so. You do need water to get them out again, though. Alright, and then we've got something here that's locked, which we'll get to later on. So let's have a quick look and see if there was any gold down here. I think we had some gold somewhere. There's iron. There's more iron. So lots of iron, no gold in sight. Okay. Lots of zombies. Don't see any gold. So we might have to get into some create so we can make gold. Which I think was the plan at the end of the last stream. Okay, so we're going for some iron. We've got 3 iron there. No iron here. Okay. So let's go down and get some more iron then while we're trying to get things happening. We'll use our little water elevator here. Now we will make sure we've got some scaffolding of some sort. I've got a fair bit of stone here, so let's start with some of those, and we'll put away things just in case. Put our helmet back on, just in case we run into anything nasty. And make sure we have an iron pickaxe. So our windmill was here when we started the world, which is pretty cool. And we can make copper tools because we've got the copper backport. We're in 1.20.1, but we have the copper age backported. Considering adding the Pale Garden backport as well, but we'll consider that one further. Haven't done it yet. Let's go for a few more torches as well. Alright, so down this way. I made ourselves a little platform so we wouldn't fall into the void. And let's see, there's zinc. And there should be some more iron around as well. Let's have a quick look. Iron was further down, I think. Yeah, further down. And so we go to the zinc. There's a little cave there. And then we'll head down towards that iron. All right. So if we get enough iron, we can get a create mechanical press. And once we've done that, we can start making flattened out iron sheets. And once they've got some iron sheets, we can make a mechanical fan, and then we can turn some of our resources into gold nuggets. So there's definitely something here. Sounds Endermanish. There's an Enderman here. So we'll just explore this cave a little bit, being careful not to look at the Enderman directly in the eyes. Looks like there's nothing specific here. A little bit of coal. Might grab that. And there's lots of granite, which will be useful because we can turn the granite into red sand, and then we can get our gold from that. Put our torch down. Fair bit of coal here. That's cool. Alright. Be careful not to look at the Enderman on the way out, or to make sure we've got a roof above our head if we do. Really doesn't want to let me mine that block. Come on, lag. You can do it. Alright. I'll let the Enderman be. There's some clay here, which is handy. We do have a shovel. Maybe we'll use the shovel. No, that's fine. We mined it with the pickaxe. Alright. We got one there we didn't pick up, and there's our zinc. Okay, so let's just run the platform out a little bit here. Zinc will be handy because we can use that instead of iron for the create andesite alloy. We also need to add it to copper to make brass later, so once we have access to a blaze. Alright, now there should be some iron over this way. Do we see any gold down here? No. Okay. So we'll just have a quick look around with free cam again just to check where we're going. So some iron down below us. Hopefully it's enough. We've got some there, and some there. And we have some over this way as well. So we might continue over this way. We'll get that lapis, because we're going to need that for blueprints, or what are they called again? Schematics. All right. make ourselves a little table, little crafting table, and we'll do some more platforms now that we're running low. Precarious mining on the side of an island. Alright, I might put a little bit more music on. We'll go with the no solos version of A Fine again, and then we'll actually we're doing some blocky business, so we'll do blocky business. Because we're doing a bit of stuff that would go into a time lapse if we were recording, so let's have some appropriate music. All the music is by Apollo Music, if you're wondering. Apollo Music. I always have troubles with making the pronunciation clear. So it's like the name Paolo, but then with an A at the start. So kind of like Apollo, but Apollo. Alright, last slab. Let's head back to that little section with the grass. Felt a little safer. Well, I'll put some torches down here as we go as well. It's our crafting table. Oh, look at that, 21, that's perfect. Getting into the grooves. Alright, let's get back to it. Lots of clay, so that means there's the lapis we're after, so we'll head down a bit. Okay, that's void. Get down a bit so we can get that lapis. So the blue dye is going to be important. if we get some more iron, we should be good to go. All right, there's a nice little mining break. We're carrying too much. What have we got? We've got more cobblestone and we've got wheat seeds. We'll throw the wheat seeds for the moment. And we got the zinc, so we'll take that back. We'll put some more torches down to light the way. And it looks like if we had some bone meal, we could have access to some glowberries as well, which would be nice. Oh, there's glowberries there too. So if we continue around, we'll probably get access to glowberries. For the moment, let's take our lapis back before we lose it. And we'll make a few more slabs with that cobblestone as well. We'll come back. We'll just have a quick look around where the iron is that we need to get to. So down lower. So just around the corner from the lapis there as well. So we might just go back for that quickly. Yeah, there's some nearby. It's literally just around the corner. Yeah, if we'd gone a few more blocks, we would have seen it. Okay. Need as much iron as we can get, so we'll grab this one. We'll get 2 more cobblestone. We'll turn into slabs so we've got room for the iron ore. So 1 more. There we go. There we go, we got the iron. And we got room for that crafting table again. So we'll pick that up again. We'll head back and come back down for more iron. Head down the other way. Don't want to get greedy, we've got a full inventory, so we'll go drop a few things off. Especially don't want to get greedy when there's a enderman down here. Alright, if we don't already have access to glowberries, we can get some there. Check if we've got any back at the house. And we still need a bed as well. We've got another enderman there. Endermen seem to be popular today. Alright, we might leave the ender pearl in there. Drop off the granite, drop off the iron, and drop off the zinc. So we need at least another 8 iron. So let's have a look at that. Then we need another 4. So we need another 11 iron before we can get into airships. So let's see what we can do. Unless we find some gold somewhere. Don't see any. Alright, let's have a quick look at our plan of attack again. So iron was this way. So I'm going to head down a bit more. So if we can follow this down a bit further, we could just go straight across underneath. Or we could tunnel down. I think we tunnel down. Any more around the corner? No, just copper. Okay. Alright, so we'll tunnel down here. And then we'll turn around and go down that way. Hopefully there'll be enough iron. If not, we explore more. And there's a bit more zinc there. We'll grab that zinc as we go past as well. Okay. Let's drop a few more things off so we don't have quite as full an inventory. Let's see. Dirt can go in here. And maybe some ladders. We got ladders, so that's okay. So we've got a schematic table. Ah, that's right. We're going to do some blue dye. That's not what we wanted. That one. The rest can go in here. Put the copper in here as well, because we've got lots of copper now. And we'll try and get some bone meal. Alright, we got blue dye, we've got bone meal. Turn that into white dye in the wheel here. Now we're going for our sugarcane is not growing very well. Ideally want that to grow faster so we can start making balloons. But also so we can make paper, so we can make schematics. Did we disconnect? Doesn't look like it. Maybe we reconnected. Okay. Light blue dye. We'll throw those in here. Now we can also make paper another way. We can get bark to make paper, so we might look at doing that. Now it's a chopping board and an axe from memory, so... Let's see about getting some paper so we can get some balloons. At least feel like we're making a start on on airships. And there's an enderman over there. Stealing our dirts. Is that enough for paper yet? Let's have a look. Tree bark and paper. There we go. We get one paper, which we can now use to make a schematic. An empty schematic. Awesome. So now from our empty schematic, we can use our schematic table. So we might, running out of space here, we might put the schematic table on this side. And we can pick from some schematics that are included with the mod pack. things that I've made in other iterations of the mod. So we're looking for this one here, which I'm going to call a better name eventually. It's currently called Club Search Sandal, which is just the name the ship got. So this is going to be a better starter ship for us, I think. We'll look at placing it. Look at placing it here. And we'll turn it around. Okay, so rotate. There we go. And then we'll move it. We'll move it back that way. It's not actually a ship yet, it's just an illusion of a ship. So I want to make sure we don't put it anywhere that could be a problem. So oh. Okay. If we're inside the schematic, it moves differently to if we're not inside it, so we'll try. There we go. And then we'll try moving it down. There we go. So obviously it's not going to be in this exact spot when we have a tree here, but we'll just move that back just a little. Oh. Pick up the schematic again. Come on, game. Hey, Zora. Mic's too low? Okay, let me turn it up a bit. How's that? Is that better? Okay. So hopefully we'll have this version be public fairly soon. I was saying within a week or so 2 weeks ago, but I think probably realistic to say within a week or so now. Let's just check if that's gone over the edge of the ledge or not. It looks like it might have. So we might just move that that sapling and we'll put it in this space here. Yeah, we'll move it back this way a bit. Alright, so this is my little van style ship, which I find quite fun. But we'll just move it back a little bit because we don't want to have it overlapping the water and having it make it hard to see while we're there. Alright, so we're just going to leave it in that position. And we'll just put this away. Now, if we can get enough iron together and enough resources, we can use the schematic cannon to build it, or we can just build it manually from the schematic. All right, volume's better on the mic. Excellent. I'll just pop these away, and we'll head down to get a little bit more iron. Alright, so we can do our first balloons with stripped oak if we wanted to. strip with tree bark. Thanks to Farmer's Delight. We'll just move that birch sapling while we remember, and we'll put, let's see. Might grab these planks and just turn them into slabs so we've got one more little bit of room in that barrel. And we'll replant our birch. Without looking at the Enderman, we'll replant our birch over here. Alright. Back down to get iron. I just need enough iron to get properly started with create, and then we can get the gold, and then we can do the airship thing. So from memory, there was some iron down near this bit. Let's have a quick look down this way. Check which direction we're going. So we're going forward and down this way. So if we take this little platform out, or we just make a little ramp that goes down. I think we'll make a little ramp that goes down. And we'll come out a little bit. Okay. So alrighty. Now if we dig this one up, do we have void underneath? No, we don't. Awesome. So we'll just gradually head down and pick up as many little bits of iron as we can. So ideally we get 9 and then another 3, so 13 in total. And with the zinc we've got, we can do the whole andesite alloy thing without using up our iron as well. Oh, very thin layer of stone beneath us. Let's put a couple of torches down. We'll put one there. All right. Doing some more blocky business, so we might replay blocky business because that was a good mining track. Keep the interest levels high, hopefully. Engagement levels, if we've got music, are probably going to be a little bit higher than if we're just mining in the quiet. But yeah, if we can find gold, even better. The aim is to get gold, but to get gold we have to get iron. That's just how create progression works. And Minecraft progression in general, I guess. We need to find somewhere we can mine the iron from. Hopefully there's more than one iron. No, it looks like it's just one iron. We've got random bits of just one iron, which is kind of annoying. Alright, let's have a quick look around. We got iron back this way. More zinc back that way, which we didn't pick up. we'll get that in a minute. So I'm going to head back down in this direction. So if we go inwards and down, we should get to the iron. I'll put another torch down for good measure. Got to find out what lag reduction mods we can add that aren't going to cause problems with the key mods in the pack. Because they can be a bit finicky. The Eureka ships, the Valkyrian Skies can be a bit finicky with performance mods because it does things that Minecraft doesn't like. Okay, there's copper. Which means we're on the right track. Alright, let's head back up. We'll make a little space here. And we'll leave our crafting table here, I think. We'll make another one if we need one. We're all agreed that those blocks are mine now. Excellent. Make a platform to catch the copper. May as well grab it while we're here. It'll come in handy with create later. And we are going to need a lot of brass, so it'd help if you mine that with the right tool. Alright. That's our blocky business done for now. And we'll get some more music going in a little bit. For the moment, we're going to have a quick look around again. Let's see where that iron went. We are very close. So we're going to head down and in just a little bit more. So in, what's that, 3 blocks? In about 3 blocks, and we've got at least 3 or 4 iron there. That's good. We need as much as we can get. And we'll plonk a torch down here as well so that we don't get too many mobs spawning in that area. Can we take this one out as well, or is that going to be void? No, we can take that one out. Excellent. Are we agreed that it's mine? No, we're not. Okay, come on, game. And now we're agreed that it's mine. Now we've got to wait for the next one. There we go. I think we go in one more here. Not quite there. Pretty close though. Surely. Alright, let's head out. Well, free cam, just check. It's just around the corner. Cool. And more zinc too. So at least 3 iron, hopefully more. Pickaxe is running out. Good thing we got the iron one. Yeah, there's the iron. Alright, may as well get that copper as well while we're here. Alright. Iron. So that's at least 4. There's another one behind there. Looks like it's just 4 though. Oh, might be another one. If this is a good clump of iron, that'd be really good. Oh, there is more. Excellent. That's 4 so far. Ah, there's a nice clump of iron. Okay. That's an 8. That's good. So we need just a few more iron and we're able to get into a bit more create. So that's 8 there. Hopefully we've got 1 or 2 more visible. No, we got some zinc though. Alright, we're getting closer. Ah, there's a bit more around the corner. Perfect. We'll go around the corner then. Okay. Let's have a change of music. Let's go for some mud puddle while we're searching this time. Bit more mining of copper. And we need some more torches. And if we had a bucket, we could pick up that lava as well. Although we'd have to head back up to find the source of it. And it goes the cobblestone generator, which would be kind of cool. It's not far, so we could come back with a bucket, and we could probably head back up that water source to go back up to where we came from. Just one iron? That's not enough, surely. No, there's a couple more. How many we got now? We've got 10. Okay, we've got enough iron just from this expedition to get into the next section of Create, which means we can start getting gold. Nice. Okay. We do want to head up when we can, though. We don't have slabs. We do have full blocks we can go over with. Don't really want to go all the way back to get our crafting table. So we got 13 there, 14. So we've got more than enough iron to get started. Alright, so we'll head over on some slabs this way. And then we want some full blocks, so let's grab these ones. 15, so it gives us a couple of spare iron. That's nice. Hopefully 15 is enough to get us over to the water stream. Should be. Not 15, that was more than 15. Okay, that's good. That's what we need. Head back up the water stream. Is that dawn or dusk? We might have been mining all night. We don't have a bed either way, so we made it back safely. Yay for safely returning. Okay. What have we got? 15. So if we had any coal, which we do. Perfect. All right. That gives us 8. We got 16 in total. Perfect. Means we got enough for two smelts of 8. And it is definitely becoming nighttime. Okay, let's get some more of these. Get those growing so we can make a fair bit of paper and make some balloons. We do have a bucket as well, so we could get that lava. We don't have any iron left, so we used all our previous iron on the pickaxe. Alright, going to take a little while to get all of that. We got some extra dirt while we're down there. Okay. So of course we need a bed as well, which we don't have yet. Should we look at the Enderman? I think we chance it. You should be moving a lot faster than that. Hey, Ketchup, good to see you. We're just trying to get this Enderman. Wow, that was a nasty hit. Hopefully we don't lag too much and get hit badly before we realise. Never ending apple. Okay, that's some nasty game lag. Hopefully we can eat soon, because I'd like to start healing from that. Let's just pause for a second. Let the game catch up. Nope, still not catching up. There must be an airship nearby. We'll just move away from the Enderman. That is some really bad lag. We cannot eat. Which means we cannot heal, which means we cannot get into fights too much. Yeah, there's a lot of lag. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. The mod pack usually doesn't lag this badly, so I'll have to double check everything we've got in terms of performance mods. That really should let us eat the apple. I don't know what's going on there. There's got to be an airship just out of visual range causing some lag, I think. Big airships will do that. Oh, we've finally got some iron at least. Yeah, that's a nasty lag. Really have to figure out what's causing that in the pack, because I can't even get into inventories and things. If we can't eat, we can't heal. So we'll just pause for a little bit. Maybe the game can catch up. Let me just check my game logs in the background. Uh, 327 ticks behind. Wow. 42 ticks behind at the moment. Finally, we ate the apple. Okay. Alright, how's the... Okay. That's better, finally. Right, while we're waiting here, we may as well get some red sand going because we'll need it later. And we're going to need at least one andesite casing, which we've got here. Cool. And one shaft. Alright, things seem to have picked up a little bit. Let's see if we can eat this orange. In fact, let's... we don't have a knife. Or do we? No, we don't. Okay. Now, the problem with Valkyrian Skies is it doesn't like a lot of performance mods, so I'll have to try adding some more performance mods that are supposed to be compatible. Because, yeah, this is not going to be particularly fun to play for other people's single player. What was I looking for? I was going to make a knife. Can we make a knife out of cobblestone, or do we have to use iron? No, we can't make a stone knife. What about a wooden one? Oh, looks like it's going to be iron. Okay. We'll just grab one iron then for the knife. We can spare it. There we go. Now we've got 2 oranges. 4 oranges, in fact. 4 orange pieces. Maybe we can eat those faster, the orange slices. Apparently not. Alright, let's see what mods we've got. If we've got any performance mods in there at the moment. Okay. Looks like we do need to add some performance mods. There's not a lot in the way of performance mods. We'll double check on what's meant to work with Aetherial Airships. We'll double check on what we were using in the previous version and what's meant to work with the current versions of Eureka ships. Because surely Create shouldn't be causing that much problem with a single millstone. We've had worse things going. I know I was looking at getting a lot of... doing a lot of tuning to make sure that mods were actually behaving themselves and doing what they were meant to do. Alright. Is it this way? Other way around. There we go, 1 mechanical press. Now we could just hook that up here. Or we could try and get some torque happening and do it outside and make a Bit of a water wheel. We're going to need some space anyway, so let's make some more torches and light things up a bit more outside. Alright, we want a little bit more in the way of cogwheels and shafts and things, so I think we'll make a gear box. I could head out through the side of the windmill. I think we'll do that. We'll go here. Pop the gearbox in. Make this a vertical gearbox. And then we'll place it facing it this way so it can go out. Alright, now, is it create that's causing a lag? Let's see. Maybe a little bit. Alright, do we have any andesite left? Andesite alloy. We do not. What about andesite itself? We do. We have 6. And 1 nugget. So we'll look at getting the zinc going, I think. Because we're going to need those 4. But for the moment, let's just run this out. Now, is that going to be high enough? No, it needs to be a little higher. Okay. I mean, we do have the gearing to consider, but for the moment, I think we'll just go straight out. Perfect. And then we'll just put a piece of cobblestone down here. Make that a depot later, but for the moment that'll do. Having real trouble putting that where we want it. Alright, so we'll add some performance mods and test it a bit before we make this version available for general release. But generally it works well on the server. It doesn't work quite as well on single player. There we go. You're not in the right spot. Okay. There we go. Slow, but it's working. Alright, 2 more. So we'll turn one of these into nuggets so we can make some more andesite. And there we go. I'll wait for the other 3. We'll make some more tree bark, and we'll get some strip logs in the process. I'll get some paper. Six tree bark, okay. So we want 12 initially so we can start making some balloons. How many is that? 15. Let's go 24. So what are we up to now? 19, 5 more. Two more. All right, 24. Gets us 8 paper. Now we can make some balloons and we can make a start on an airship once we get some gold. All right, looks like we've got 1 to go. No, it's not moving anymore. Let's see. We got... Okay, we need 1 more. We do need 1 more, it just wasn't moving. There we go. Last one. So we need 1 andesite casing. And 1 andesite for the... I need some shafts as well. Okay. So we're going to need a little bit more. That's alright, we'll get some more deep slate. More andesite. Okay, so strip dark log. Andesite casing. There's our last one. Make a fan. Propeller, and then we add that to the casing. Before we do that, we're going to use the casing to patch the hole in the wall. No, what else do we need? Probably, yeah, shaft. Okay, so we need a little bit more andesite alloy. Which means we need some more andesite. Had some andesite nearby. Maybe we have some over here. Let's close that behind us. Oh, we can make andesite. We just add the diorite to cobblestone. Let's see, 4. More than enough. Let's get a bit of extra andesite going, just to be on the safe side. Let's go with 8, and that'll give us 16 andesite. And then that'll give us 12 spare for making andesite alloy down the track, which we're going to need lots of. Yeah, I was working on the compatibility side of things without the performance mods, because performance mods were having problems with Valkyrian Skies, but hopefully they work better now. They've done a few updates since then. So I'll double check the compatibility list and I'll see what happens if we add some performance mods. Okay, we're finally done grinding everything with Create, so cobblestone. Oh, would you look at that? It gives us a little bit of andesite to work with. Oh, we have 1 andesite alloy left. Well, now we've got more shafts. Must be the other way. Yep, 1 encased fan. And we can make some more. Yeah, we can make 1 more gearbox, which will mean we can turn the encased fan in a direction that makes it more sense by going this way. Or the other way, whichever one works. We want the encased fan so we can get the gold. We want the gold so we can make the airship. We're getting there. Alright, we're an hour and a half in, so we're halfway through stream. Which means we're probably going to get our stream goal happening. So we have 2 cogwheels already. Let's grab those. And we'll make a few more. We'll just use oak. So I want 2 more for the gearbox. One more casing. Come on, lag. There we go. We've got a large wheel. And a small wheel. And so on. Let's see. Small, large, small, large. Yeah, that should do us. Hopefully that'll be enough of a speed increase. And one more. Yeah, which way is the fan going to blow if we do this? It's blowing away, which is what we wanted. And it goes to about here. Cool. So now we need a leaf. A leaf block. I mean, we could just place the water, but we could do it with a leaf. So let's grab our sapling, move that over again. We're going to need to expand this space. We're running out of space. Birch down there. We could always go down there. Take on the spiders. Where do I want to put this? Because that's blowing straight across here, which is good. Stops here. Stops here. Okay, so maybe we put our birch sapling over here. We'll move our oak sapling a little bit. Oak sapling can go here, and we'll expand a little bit out there later on. Do we have any leaf blocks already? We do not. We also don't have any bone meal at the moment. Alright. Alright, we're going to need to make a bunch of bread. We've got orange slices. Can we compost those? Might have to tweak the mod if we can't. No, we cannot. Can we eat them? If we go away from the create stuff, can we eat them? If we wander down here a bit. Apparently not. Well, that's our ocean anyway. Got a spider over there. How's our lag doing? Let's see what the console says. Quick pause. Whoa. Nearly 13 seconds behind. That's not good. 12,996. Wait. 129,963 milliseconds or 25.99 ticks behind. That is a lot of lag. What if we pause again? $45 ticks, that's a little bit better. Pause one more time. $43 ticks. That's about the best we're going to get. Alright. We actually ate the orange. That's good. Means this night's going to be very long though. Got 16 copper. Let's smelt that up. And I guess for the moment we'll just use some slabs to hold things in place until we can grow a tree. Or a trapdoor could work as well. Or a fence. Let's go with a fence. No, let's go with a trapdoor. There we go. And we'll throw some sand on there and hopefully we can get some gold nuggets and get our gold ingot. Alright, how are we doing for... Okay, we'll go get some more granite if we need to. Try that again. Alrighty. Hello, lag. Alright, let's see how we're going with the copper. We're doing okay. Now we can also just throw the flour on there and we can turn that all into dough and then start making some bread out of that. And some gravel too. Let's get some gravel. Gravel will get us... there we go. Processing by particle. We've got some gold. How much gold did we get? 5. Alright, so that's almost enough. I'll throw the wheat flour back again. We'll come back for that. We'll go mine up some more granite. That makes some more red sand. So yeah, this is gold, it's just slower. Get another 18. One more. Where do I get it from? Let's go this side. Oh, we had 18 after all. Alright. Let's make it 24 then. Don't know why, that just seems better. Not lagging as much now. Or I'm just getting used to the lag and adjusting. One or the other. $24. There we go. Let's head back. See how that wheat flour is going. We'll make some more bread. It is still night time. Okay, we've got dough. We've got 6 out of the furnace, so let's go for 4 of those in here. And we'll get rid of the gravel and cobble from there. We'll turn that into red sand again. Get the granite going instead. Turn that into red sand. Yep, it is in there. It's just not making the processing sounds. Okay, and just for the heck of it, we'll throw the gravel on. We probably won't get any iron nuggets from these two, but worth a try. All right. Let's try putting that in again, see if it actually processes. Not hearing processing noises, but that's okay. We are lagging very badly, so we'll let the game catch up a bit. There we go, I can hear the processing noises now. Alright, so we've got 5 gold nuggets, we just need 4 more. If we had a bed, we'd sleep and at least pass the night away, but we don't have a bed. So we've got 4 balloons. Let's look at what else we can do in the way of balloons. More logs. To make another axe. Using the number keys to skip between things a little faster. Alright. And when we get there, 17. 1 more. Just need another axe. So let's get some more sticks. And let's grab a copper axe. Just because we got lots of copper. So what are we on? 22, let's go. Couple more. $26. Let's go for 24 was an even number. Let's go for 30 then. $28. Two more. That gets us 10 paper. Which gets us to a total of 8 balloons. Cool. Bread's done. And we got nothing from the gravel as expected. We can get iron from it, but it's slow, and we get lots of flint instead. Or as well. Okay. So, how are we doing? 4 red sand. Let's go 3 more on here. That leaves 8 here, and we can pop these in the furnace. Although, wait for the copper to finish first. Alright, let's go for a wander. See if we can get the sand to process a bit faster by going for a wander. More zinc. Lots more zinc. Lots more zinc. Things are going a little faster with the lag. Lots of zinc, that's good. Definitely place a torch down here because there's going to be a dark spot otherwise. How much zinc did we get there? 8, 10. Alright, let's see how we're doing processing wise. 6. And 3 copper to go. Sand is another way of doing things as well, because you can do clay, and then from clay you can do terracotta. And from terracotta you can reprocess that into red sand. It just takes a little longer than doing the granite directly. So alright, let's throw that in there. Let's make another furnace, I think. An effort to process things a little bit faster. We'll have more than one thing processing them. And we'll get ourselves a copper hoe. Oh, we got a hoe already. We'll use the stone one. Get some of that zinc smelted up. And it's going to be faster to do the bread on here, so let's just do the bread dough on the campfire. And it's finally morning. That's a very long night. Alright, we've got 8 red sand. That might be enough. Alright, looks like we can get the dough going after all. Yeah, once you're on there you don't want to come off. Okay. 9 red sand. $2,004 ticks. That's just a bit too much. $841. Okay. Pause again. Let's see what we get. $104. Much better. We're finally getting down to something playable. Nope, 141. We're going back up. It's got to be an airship nearby. From the test world, I believe there was an airship just out of sight, so I reckon that's adding to the performance hit. Alright, let's get started on building everything else we're going to need. Those ones we can still get bark from. Alright, let's expand this territory a little bit with some of this dirt. I'm going to be able to catch this tree, if the saplings from this tree if it grows, so make things a little larger. Yep, one more out this way. A little bit more this way. There we go. Ah, the bread's done. Alright, we'll get these last four going. At half and half on the granite and red sand, so we'll grab the red sand. We'll wait for that to process. Hopefully we've got enough for that one gold nugget we need. And we're just over the 2-hour mark, so hopefully we've got enough time to build a ship. Even if it's just a basic one. And as I said, I'll investigate some performance mods on the pack. And if it's in a slightly more playable state in the next couple of weeks, I will get it released, at least for beta testing. And possibly out on Modrinth with the 2.0 version. So I think we might look at changing this over for full oak. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And 1 there. So let's get these ones out, since there's nothing processing there at the moment. Oh, picked up the one we just put down. That'll be right. How many nuggets did we get this time? Yes! And a dead bush. Awesome. So there's our first gold ingot, which means we can make our first airship. We can make our first helm. Alright, there's our first gold nugget. First gold ingot. All right, now we want to get, we're going to do a, what sort of wood have we got? We've got dark oak, and that's pretty much it at the moment. So we're going to do a dark oak helm. We'll do a basic dark oak ship. Okay. So we want dark oak slabs, which we have plenty of now. We want some dark oak fences. And dark oak planks. And sticks. Alright, so there's our dark oak planks. We'll make our dark oak fences. And we have enough sticks, we have enough slabs, awesome. So that one goes there. These ones go... Wait, we just need one. So one goes there. And slabs go below it. And then we get sticks. And then we should have our helm. Or is it the other way around? Fences and a slab. Huh. It was fences and a slab, but for some reason it didn't want to work. There we go. So we've got our helm. Alright, now that is where we were going to build the ship originally, but we're using that for processing things at the moment, so we'll deal with that. There's an enderman there. We've got our bread. Alright. So let's get a basic ship happening, and then we can have a bit of a look around and see if we can get some wool. From memory, there should be some sheep over that way. We'll have a look, and we'll see if we can get... See if we can find the airship that might be slowing things down a bit as well. The hostile airship. Maybe we can go take it over. Right, let's make one more paper. Get rid of these not stripped logs. Well, one more paper. So we get 3 bark, 3 tree bark, and then that gets us more paper. Then we just need one more paper to make a couple of extra balloons. Eight balloons will do us for a starter ship, though. Just need some space to build in. Let's go here. Make a really basic ship to start with. Basically just a couple of balloons and a helm. Let's try that again. Let's see. Once we've actually made the ship, we can move it around and add to it. Yeah, let's go balloon, balloon. Helm. And we need to take our shield off so we can sneak and right click it properly. We'll assemble that. Did that work? Seem to have lagged things out a bit. Just pause for a second. Okay, that seems to have worked. Yep, we got a little tiny ship. Very slow, but it's an airship. So we got our first airship. Not exactly the glamorous start we were hoping for. But let's see if we can head over to a larger space and hopefully get some sheep. I'll just put it in cruise control and head over this way. Alright, let's play a little bit of music while we're in cruise control. We'll just sail over this way. Alright. Very small airship. Alright, let's play a fine without solos. Let's see if we can get ourselves over to that little spot there and hope for some sheep. Now there's a bug that happens occasionally when there's lag, which is that when you dismount the ship, you end up where the helm was when you got on the ship. So hopefully that won't be the case. I can see there are some sheep over there, so we can get a bed and we can skip the next night. Now I can see there's some iron over there as well. Lots of iron, so we can get more into create. We're going to need a bit of iron for create. Now we could look at potentially making a little bridge down there as well in case the airships do give us problems. It looks like it's pretty close to the coast there. We could probably make a little bridge across. But there are definitely sheep. That's good. We don't have shears. I'm sure we can get away with... manually harvesting wool from 3 sheep and getting some food. Just to get the wool. But wool would be good to have as well. So if we can get the sheep without violence, might be a good idea. Let's just head down and see if we actually exit the ship where we thought we were. Because if we don't, we'll have to make another ship and come get it. We don't have an engine yet either, so it'll be a very slow ride. So if we head down, or cruise control down. Very slow elevator. Alright, let's see. Yep, we exited the ship where we actually were. That's good. Alright, in that case, let's ride the ship back and we'll just go get some more iron and come back to these guys with some shears. How's that performance looking at the moment? It looks like maybe it's create. No, it's still a fair way behind in terms of performance, so we'll just keep going and we'll come back with some shears to make sure we can safely harvest the wool from the sheep. But we got an airship. That's our goal for the stream finished. It's a slow one, but it's an airship. All right. And we'll let Blocky Business play. Slow ship ride back. We'll definitely look to get an airship engine. Lots of Endermen. All right. We are definitely where we expected to be. That's good. Okay. Do we have any more iron? Don't have any more iron at the moment. And red sand's nearly done. We should have made shears instead of a knife. That's okay. We'll head down and look for some more. Now we have a thing called VS Crumbles, which might mean that if we break anything while the ship is too small, that the ship completely disintegrates. So we're going to gradually add things to the ship. Not planks. If we take this off, is that going to disintegrate the whole ship? It did. Yep. That's fine. We'll just restart the ship. Make it a little bigger. We don't want that one. I want some stairs. Don't want anything too close to the ship, or it's going to grab it as part of the ship. So let's see if that works. Awesome. Okay, so now we should be able to add to it. Let's go with some dark oak fences. Alright, music can go off for now. Got one lot of fences, let's make another lot. I'm going to have at least 12 fences, so we can have it 3 high in the corners. So 1, 2, 3 more. So that's 6, and then we want one more lot of... no, there we go, that's exactly what we wanted. And let's go for crafting table as well. We'll make a slightly bigger ship. Okay. Crafting table can go on the back here. Yeah, I'll go there. And once it's big enough, we should be able to take certain parts off without breaking the whole thing. But for the moment, I'm just going to go with that. And 8 balloons should hopefully be enough on a ship this size. We'll go with 4 on each side. So we go with a slab at the front there, give it a bit more of a shipish sort of shape. And we'll head down manually just to make sure we don't fall into the void, but we'll get a little bit more in the way of iron if we can. What have we got over this way? No iron really in sight. Alright, let's go for processing some gravel just on the safe side, and we'll grab that zinc. Hey, unchecked door. My weekend's going well. I've only had the stream drop out once that I've noticed, so that's good. The pack is still a little on the laggy side though, so I'm going to try and get some performance mods happening before I release it for general use. But yeah, had a good weekend. I've just finished up a week off actually, so after Easter I had a week off to spend some time with the family and play lots of video games in the holidays. But I haven't had much space on my hard drive for recording, so I haven't actually got much recording done, even though I had lots of time. just been a bit of a balancing act with making sure that I have enough space left on the hard drive for things to work, but also want to do some recording and editing. As you know, the SMP we're on, need to get some more gameplay happening there, but I'd also like to record my adventures, and not having any space left to do that is getting a little annoying. Alright, so I got a little more zinc there. Come on, lag. Come on. Are we agreed that I've mined that block yet? We're not. One more time. There we go. Alright, let's mine these two. It'd be great if it was iron rather than zinc, but iron will do. I mean, zinc will do. If we could make zinc shears, or copper shears, that'd be cool. Maybe a copper shears might be worth adding. Or a wooden shears. I think copper shears makes more sense. Alright. Let's go for grinding up some gravel and seeing if we can get some iron nuggets that way, because we were able to get enough gold with the washing method to get our little airship. So this will be a familiar looking airship to you, Unchecked Door. But we've finally got our first airship in the world. Well, our second one really. The first one was just 2 balloons and a helm. You might be familiar with that configuration. Interesting rendering issue with the schematic table. Never really noticed that before, but it seems to disappear on the edge of the wall. Maybe it's just a model that's not square. Maybe never realised. You have enough footage for 5 episodes. You need to learn some balance. Yeah, that's the other thing, is I know I've got enough footage for at least 1 or 2 episodes from the beginning, so I want to make sure that I don't go over the top and burn out, and also that I don't fill up the hard drive too quickly. Alright, so that's 12 zinc. 12 zinc, 10 zinc. No, 12. We've got 8 onto fire at the moment. Now let's put the cobblestone in here. We'll get some gravel and we'll get some iron that way. We've established that there are definitely sheep over there, so we'll get some sheep get some wool for beds, and also for airship, for balloons. Oh, we still had red sand. Alright, let's process that while we wait. Also with shears we can get an extra space for processing here. Well, not really. We can have shears instead of have leaves instead of a trapdoor. Maybe we'll get another dead bush to keep this one company. One gravel. Might be a little while. Oh, there's some more gold. 5 nuggets. Put that aside. How are we doing time-wise? Alright, I've been going about 2.5 hours, so we've got another half hour or so left in stream. By the way, if you're new here, feel free to follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, or subscribe on Twitch if you like. And, you know, I've got Twitch monetization, basic Twitch partner, so if you feel like chucking a few bits my way, a sub, anything like that, feel free to do so. But yeah, if you're on YouTube, feel free to subscribe if you like, and yeah, feel free to check out the dev streams we've done for this mod pack, this version of the mod pack, and for the original version of the mod pack and the original server we had for it as well. So had a whole series with a whole SMP server basically with some friends on the server. Still only one gravel. Alright, I think what we might do then is we might grab a few more blocks and see if we can't go over to that other side and maybe mine a few blocks and tunnel down to the iron that we saw on the way, just to make sure we don't fall off the ship, because with the lag we've got at the moment, if we travel too far, too fast, we can find ourselves back where we started if we're on an airship and we dismount. Hopefully that's an issue that will be fixed. I will submit a bug report to the developers of Eureka, and hopefully they'll get to it and fix that problem, because it's been happening for a while. I don't know if anyone else has reported it, but I've certainly seen problems with it. We do seem to be going a bit faster with more balloons, so let's just check what our speed is. 2.91 meters a second, and the ship is called Appetite Safe Chateau. Appetite Safe Chateau. So we do have iron over there. If we were to mine some cobblestone over here as well and make another furnace, we could put it on the ship, and then we could smelt up some iron and get some wool from those sheep, and maybe look at seeing if we can get some of those sheep hemmed in and fenced off, and maybe we'll have a little barn or a little sheep section here. A little sheep paddock maybe. All right. There were sheep here earlier. Yeah, there they are. Somewhere in amongst the birch. Yeah, there we go. There's at least one sheep there. All right. And, that was what I was afraid of. We might have to make a bridge over there after all. All right. So that is the bug I was talking about, where sometimes you will end up where the helm was when you enter the ship if you're lagging. I don't know if it's just when you're lagging or what's going on. Why are you stealing all my dirt? Well, thank you not to steal my grass blocks. Taking my grass blocks? I don't know. Rude. Well, we may as well replace that with dirt and keep the grass blocks since we've got one. And let's look at making a tunnel, making a bridge across to where we were. Oh, let's check on our gravel situation as well. So yeah, the bug with the dismounting is a bit of a problem, and it's not any of the mods I've added. It seems to be a Eureka and VS specific issue. So see if that gravel gets us any iron nuggets. And we'll mine up some more bricks, some more blocks, and make ourselves a bridge. Actually, let's just make a bridge out of oak, dark oak. So got a bridge across here. We may as well have a bridge across there as well. We definitely seem to have picked up the performance over here, so I wonder if that is a large airship issue. Alright, we'll take some water with us so we can sail down in the water. That's dark oak planks. Okay, that's dark oak logs. Let's turn those into... There we go. Let's see. Around here looks good. So we'll just go with dark oak planks. We'll head down as far as we can to start with, and then we'll do a water bucket to get down. Just bridge across, and we'll make it neater later. Make sure the water is actually falling before we go through. Yep, there's a water column there now. So we shouldn't fall too far. There we go. Let's reach the sand. Perfect. Alright, so we'll just block that off so that we don't go down under the island without wanting to. There we go. That'll get us back up if we need to. Alright, how are we doing time-wise? Alright, we've got about 15 minutes left. Time, I reckon that's probably just enough time to get to some iron. Let's have a look at where the iron is from here. Straight across and down a bit. So yeah, I think we head around and then dig down, but we make some little platforms. Should be quick. And we can obviously make a furnace over here as well. We'd use the airship if we could, but I don't trust the airship at the moment. So we're very close. We go to that little corner and dig down a bit. We can put some planks around it, and we can head down and get the other iron as well while we're at it. And of course, we lost the dirt there, but that's fine. But make sure we don't go too far. Yep. So head down with some planks. That'll be enough to get our iron, get our wool. Forget that one, we can turn it into shears, and then down there, may as well go down and get that. So we'll get some cobblestone while we're here. We'll head in this way, and we'll go down, picking up the cobblestone for the furnace on the way. I see the iron, we're not far away. Yeah, we got 10 cobblestone now. It's more than enough for that furnace. And I thought it might be 8 iron here, or at least more than 4, so that's good. Pick up the extra iron. Looks like it's a chunk of 8, which is nice. So yeah, we'll push on until we go to bed, and then we'll wrap things up. Started about 10 minutes late, so we'll finish about about on the half hour. Unless you're in a time zone that has half hour difference to the rest of the main time zones. In which case, on the hour. Alright, we'll just put a torch there. And one there for good measure. One there. We're not going to accidentally walk in there, but we'll put a slab there. Alright. So we've got a bridge and a way to get back if the airship decides to leave us behind. Which might be a habit to get into on this world. And there is a furnace. Let's see. We'll put it there for now, until the ship's bigger and we can pick things up without destroying the ship. Okay, let's see. We have 9, so let's go with 1 coal there. Hello, Jellymone, or Jellymoney, if you're back again. So this should be the same stream on YouTube, unless things have gone horribly wrong, which they may have. But we're just about to wrap up. We've got our first airship, and we're just getting some iron shears, so we can get some more wool, so we can make more balloons, and so we can make a bed. Same stream? Excellent. Good to hear. Things have gone well then. Realised I forgot to eat my breakfast earlier, so it's becoming an early lunch. Still got lag. We'll have to get definitely have to get into performance mods on this pack. I was just making sure that everything played nicely together before I put performance mods on. I think I've just forgot to put performance mods on, so. So I had them on the earlier versions of the pack, just not on this one for some reason. Oh, hi, zombie. Oh, I got a carrot. Awesome. We don't have room for the carrot, but we'll do with that. Means we don't have to look for wild carrots, which is good. Now, if we get enough gold from the processing of red sand, or if we find some gold ingots, some gold ore somewhere, we can get ourselves a villager from that zombie villager. We just need to get ourselves a witch. So having one villager to start with would be a good start, because then we can look at getting some additional gear. So let's get a barrel together. In fact, we've already got the slabs, even easier. Let's put a barrel on this side. And we'll start putting some stuff in here. We'll put spare wood. And we'll get that carrot. Alright, now I would like to get the sheep back as well, but I think what we'll do is we'll see if the airship will take us back. If not, we'll take the bridge. Because we did have that bug I was afraid of. So let's test it by going over here and then dismounting. We'll just take the bridge to get the airship back, if needed. And I think we will build a little house over there where the sheep are. Maybe a little farmhouse or a little sheep barn or something. I seem to be building a lot of barns in my gameplay lately, so I might do another barn. Maybe next time I'm on the world. Maybe it'll be a server by then. We'll see if I can get the performance mods happening. All right, let's dismount and see what happens. Okay, we are still on the ship. Perfect. Let's try again and take it all the way. All the way back to base. We'll make a bed in the windmill. So we've got 4 wool, which means we've got enough to make lots of balloons or a bed. I think we'll go for a bed first. One thing that'll be handy as well would be if we put a bed on the airship. So if we do happen to fall off the airship and if we set it as our spawn point, if we have the bed as a spawn point on the airship and we spawn where the we go to where the I'm just a little torch, so I'm not in the dark there. If we go to where the helm was when we mount the ship, and we end up dying as a result of it, we can at least respawn on the ship, which would be nice. It's a bit of a workaround, but not ideal. And we're coming into the windmill again. We could add a hammock as well. We could look at doing a mod that adds hammocks, so we can have day beds as well as night beds. So it looks like we've got stuff processing there. We'll see if we've got any nuggets, or if we just got a bit of flint. Looks like we've got some flint, maybe some nuggets. Yep. All right, let's build a dock next time. And for now, let's try dismounting. And we are, in fact, on the ship. Fantastic. All right. Got some orange slices, some iron nuggets. Just 2. Better than nothing, though. And we got some flint. So with the flint, we could obviously look at doing flint and steel and getting to the nether. There's lots of lava around. But I think we'll start to wrap things up there. We're just over the 3-hour mark, so that's pretty good. We'll just make sure we've got a bed, and then we'll wrap everything up. It's going to be crowded, but we might just do a little house next to the windmill. Might do a little house. Yeah, we'll do a little house just in the side of the cliff here. So running out of space in the windmill, and I don't want to remodel the windmill on this stream. We can maybe do that next time. But we'll just make a little spawn house. A little respawn house, as it were. That's not a pickaxe. A little safe respawn area. Oh, let's not remine that one. If it ends up a hole in the ceiling, it's a hole in the ceiling, but we didn't get a hole in the ceiling. Okay. All right. We'll go for another copper door here. I do think hammocks on the ships would be good. All right, so let's make that bed. We've got a birch door. We may as well use the birch door. Although we could replace the original birch door that was here and use the copper door over there. I do like being able to see out of the windmill when we're... You know what? We're not going to be hiding in there at night as much now, so we'll put the birch door back. We'll use the copper door for a little hidey hole. And there's our spawn point. Okay. On that note, I think that's a good place to leave it. We've got our sheep, we've got bridges to the ocean and the sheep, and we've got a place to respawn at if we end up not dismounting the ship correctly. So, alright. So on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to get out of F5 mode and go into F4 mode, and we'll head back over this way a little bit. There we go. So we've got our little house, we've got our little ship, we've still got our windmill, and we've got our little bridge over here, which we'll tidy up and make it a little nicer. We've got our sheep, and yeah, we probably have an airship over there if the seed is reliable. And we might try and take over that airship next time. See if we can do something about the lag, but we'll also look at getting some performance mods in between now and then. So that'll be in a couple of weeks. Next week will be Skyflat, which is a mostly vanilla super flat world with just the structures, which is why it's called Skyflat. And in between we'll have some more Terraria Skyblock, and we'll have some more Hightail on Thursday. I'll try and get some edited videos out too from the Oatmeal SMP, and also from the series that I haven't finished yet. So the couple of hardcore series, the hardcore Terrainless Superflat series and the Hardcore Inherited series. Plus, I want to get more content out for the super flat tips and tricks as well. So let's hit the ending screen, and we'll play some outro music. We'll play Beware Captain Techhead Fred, a little bit of epic outro music, and we'll turn the chat on. And what else? We'll also have a cobblestone generator at the end. Excuse me, I need to clear my throat. Been talking a bit too long. That's better. All right. So yeah, that'll be the schedule. We'll have more Ethereal Airships in a couple of weeks, and I'll work on getting the mod pack out in the next couple of weeks as well, hopefully with some performance mods. So I'm just going to double check the mods and see what it says has updates. Simple voice chat and replay mod, which will break replay voice chat and replay FPS if we update those. So we'll leave those alone. Those won't be in the version that's available on Modrinth, because obviously unless you're wanting to make content with the pack, you don't need those ones yourself. But I will clean up the mod pack and try and get it uploaded to Modrinth in the next week or so. And we'll try and get some performance mods in there as well that don't cause problems with Eureka ships and with Valkyrian Skies specifically. But yeah, we'll get some, hopefully we'll get some pirate action next time. Alright. A little bit of epic pirate music, and we'll try and incorporate that into something that happens in the stream next time. I might even do an edited video showcasing some of the content from the mod pack, so keep an eye out for that as well. And hammocks, I like the idea of hammocks. We'll see what we can do with getting some hammocks in there, Unchecked Door. So we'll say thank you to Unchecked Door for regularly turning up on the Twitch streams. Thank you to my patrons, the Fantastic Soap, Oniero and Catsmith. Thank you all for being regular paid patrons and continually supporting the channel. Appreciate that. Other ways you can support the channel is I do have a Ko-fi. I have obviously Twitch has memberships and bits and that sort of thing if you want to donate that way. Or I also have a what's it called, a Tebex for the server. So that's one way you can support the server side of things that I do as well, is through Tebex. Otherwise, by liking the videos on YouTube, sharing, subscribing, those sort of things, they all help as well. And watching as much of my content as you can to get my watch hours up so that I get onto a YouTube partner program as well. Once I get to the YouTube partner program, I will be opening up the Skyflat server to anybody who joins my Discord. If I get 1,000 subs or I get full monetization, full YouTube partner membership on YouTube, which will be 1,000 subs and getting the watch hours needed as well, so ads, that sort of thing, then I will look at opening up the server to the public, not just to people on my Discord. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I also have another mod pack I'm working on, which is a more sea-based mod pack, and that one uses Valkyrian sails rather than Eureka. And it also has pirates. It has lots of islands in an ocean-only world. So, haven't worked on that one for a while. There's been some updates to Valkyrian sails, so I might have to check it out and see how well it works with the pack. And yeah, definitely performance mods will be added into the pack. So, got to get that happening. Got to get it ready to host as a server again. It's been a while since the last server was up, and it would be nice to share this world with other people. So as far as the server goes, that one's restricted to trusted players on my Discord. You can join my Discord and make sure you follow the rules and acknowledge that you're going to do so. And from there, you should be able to find how to apply to be a trusted player. If you're in the community long enough, people will generally say, yes, we'll accept you as a trusted player. All right. A little bit of a pause in the music there. We'll leave it for a little bit. We've got a final bit of the music coming up at the end there, which is the complete outro side of things. We'll let that play through. But yeah, thank you. It's been a wonderful stream. Good to have you. And I've got to actually get my 500 subscriber special done on YouTube as well, because I'm nearly at 560 subscribers. So got to get that 500 sub special update done, and I'll start talking about some of the other stuff I'm planning on doing on the channel as well. Alrighty, music we've been listening to has all been by Apollo Music. The last couple of tracks were Beware Captain Techhead Fred, and Cobblestone Generator is the track we're listening to now. Thanks for watching.